The rain had just stopped, but the ground was still soaked with muddy puddles. Soldiers lined up near the checkpoint, boots stamping rhythmically on the wet earth. In the middle of that disciplined formation, a small figure stood, trembling, barefoot, clutching something tightly in his palm. Before I tell you what happened next, like, comment, share, and subscribe, Kindness Valley. And tell me where you're watching from. He couldn't have been more than 9. His clothes were torn, his hair matted with dust. Yet, in his eyes, there was no fear, only a quiet determination that unsettled the men in uniform more than any enemy ever could. The captain stepped forward. His tall frame cast a long shadow over the boy. "What are you doing here, kid?" he barked, trying to sound firm, but his voice cracked ever so slightly. The boy didn't answer immediately. Instead, he opened his small hand to reveal a single rusty coin, old, bent at the edges, but polished as if it were his most precious treasure. Behind him, the wind tugged at a broken flag near a deserted shop. The village was still recovering from the chaos of conflict. Food was scarce, and trust even scarcer. The soldiers had come to distribute supplies to the survivors: bread, water, milk, basic things that now felt like luxury. The boy took a step closer, his bare feet splashing through a shallow puddle. "I came to buy milk," he said softly. The men exchanged puzzled glances. One of them whispered, "Buy. It's free for them today." But the boy's serious face silenced further whispers. The captain knelt down, rain dripping off his cap brim. "You don't need to pay, son. This is for everyone. Take it," he said gently. But the boy shook his head. "No, I want to pay." His voice didn't waver. He held out the coin with both hands, as if offering something sacred. The soldiers fell silent. The usual sounds, radio chatter, boots scuffing, orders echoing, faded. All eyes were fixed on this fragile figure, standing in defiance of pity. The captain tried again. "Why pay, when you have nothing? This is a gift." The boy's lips trembled, but his gaze didn't fall. "Because gifts end, but debts make me strong. Take this coin. I'll come back one day and repay what I can't now." A wave of stillness washed over the men. Some shifted uncomfortably, others stared at the ground. They were trained for war, but not for this kind of quiet courage. One soldier, hardened by years at the front, turned away, blinking rapidly. Another clenched his jaw, fighting the lump in his throat. The captain slowly reached out and accepted the coin, his gloved hand closing gently around the boy's offering. He motioned for a pack of milk and bread to be brought. "This," he said, handing it to the boy, "is yours, paid in full." The boy held the pack to his chest like treasure. For the first time, a shy smile flickered across his face. He turned and walked back toward the narrow village street, head held high, steps firm despite the mud. The soldiers watched him go, this little boy with nothing but a coin and unshakable pride. A silence heavier than orders hung over them. Later that evening, as the campfire crackled under the starless sky, the captain placed the rusty coin in his jacket pocket. "Some medals you earn," he murmured, "and some you're given by those braver than you." Years passed. The war faded. The checkpoint became a memory. But that coin remained, framed inside the captain's home, next to his service medals. Visitors often asked about it. He would simply smile and say, "That one taught us what strength really looks like." In life, it isn't wealth that makes someone noble. It's the quiet dignity to give, even when you have little. True courage is not loud. It's the whisper that says, "I'll return stronger." If this story moved you, like, comment, share your Kindness Valley thoughts below, and subscribe for more untold stories.